Another episode of Pitch Practice
The
the
show.
Show. What's up, Brandon? Check it out. I'm coming to you live with this mic in my face. This is can you hear it? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Yes, you can.
Well, I've been talking here for like the past 10 minutes, man.
No, I can't hear you. If you couldn't hear me, then you wouldn't be able to answer. What's up, everybody out there watching? Welcome to another episode of everyone's favorite, that mid evening, right before the evening gets started show to get you in that mindset, ready to crush it. I don't know if you're like Brandon,
I'm ready to
you're
go to bed. It's
you're
8
building
o'clock.
funnels. You're building funnels this time of night.
I am. I'm actually am working on something for a client, getting their email marketing set up.
Oh, email marketing setup.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's important. That is important. Hey, we're reaching an important deadline here in just a few hours.
Yep.
Just a few hours. And I know that you've been calling this email getting. Tell us about it.
Email Mageddon. That's what it's going to be. Email Mageddon. Now it's not as scary as the word sounds and what's been going on. I mean, the stuff we're going to be talking about tonight is stuff that you know true email marketers know about and have done and have been compliant for a very long time now. But recently, Yahoo decided to kind of step their game up a little bit and start really enforcing email security when it comes to their public users. I guess they get a lot of spam complaints and a lot of phishing attempts and things like that. So to combat that, the Yahoo system is being more strict or stricter. I don't know how you want to put it there when it comes to emails that get sent to their customers. And what that means is they're checking for specific codes or tags on a domain that is being used to send an email out. If a domain does not have those tags, then it's most likely either not going to get delivered or go directly to the spam box, never to be seen again. Now, not to get too technical here, because this stuff is really boring unless you're a nerd like me or Mark.
Yeah.
But the three tags you need to know about, and you can Google these if you want, because we're not going to go too in depth into this deal. But you can Google them. It's SPF, DKIM, and DMARC, MARC, not MARK.
DRC. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, well, let's set the stage here. Let's set the stage and help people to understand why this is important and what this means, what this could mean if they were not to comply with these new standards.
Okay.
Now, just a quick search that I did about the percentage of people that are using Gmail as their email client. And that means that, as we're business owners out here, we're building funnels. And one of the key components of building funnels are lead generation, lead generation, or some method of communicating with your customers on a consistent and ongoing basis. Now, the most expensive and the most widely used method for communication is your email marketing, right? So
Yeah.
so when And so when someone actually gives you their email address, which is gold, by the way, that they say that people typically only give their email address when it's something important, unless you've got one of those kind of throwaway emails, right, Brandon?
Yeah. Most people use either a masker or a throwaway, depending on the brand and what they're opting in for. But if you build that trust up, people are more likely to give you their real email address because they know they're going to continue to do business with you in the future. And this is why this is very important.
Yeah. So just this is a un I'll say unverified, unverified because it's just coming straight from Google about statistics. It says that 85% of the US population are active email users. And that's one thing about email marketing is that everyone you know has an email address. Everyone you know has an email address. So if there's one way that you want to keep in touch with your customers or your potential customers or your leads, it is through email marketing. And they account for that being about 246 million. And of those, according to statistics, 130.9 million of those in the US. Okay, well, let me make sure I read this here. Hold on. As let's see here. Yahoo and Outlook have a user market share of 18%, which is 42.2 million and 14%. So Yahoo is 18%, and Outlook, which is your Microsoft, which is not part of this change, they hold 14%. But Gmail accounts for 130.9 million of those total email accounts. And that's, what is it, 130.9 divided by 246? Hold on. Let me get that percentage here for you real quick. I can actually do that. I can do that now,
It's a lot. Okay. So a majority of your clients are most likely using a Gmail to conduct email communications with. And this is why it's such a big deal. Granted, Yahoo is a smaller player in here, like that is doing this change, which prompted Google to hop on. And if Google's doing it, then you've got to be compliant, because if you're not, it's going to be lights out.
Let's just say, are you there? Are you stuck?
I'm
Brandon,
here.
you stuck.
I'm here. You're stuck.
Okay. Okay. Now you're good. Okay. Okay. So let's just say that half of the email addresses that you will receive are going to be from either Yahoo or Google. And if you have half of your emails being sent that aren't being opened, then you need to pay attention. So that's why this is important. And then there are some important settings that email marketers have known for a long time that some of us are being introduced to. And that's where you were going, Brandon, with those important things.
Yeah. So the 3 tags you got to have on your DNS record, so that your DNS record is where your domain settings are, and your domain can be hosted on GoDaddy, Google, which is going actually to Shopify. It's going over to Shopify. Google domains were bought out. Who's the other one? Cloudflare. If your DNS is hosted at Cloudflare, Bluehost, any hosting platform, right? So the codes you need to have on there are your SPF, DKIM, and again, DMARC. Now you can Google these. If you actually go to the Google support site and look these codes up, it'll explain if you're using Gmail as your email client for your custom domain, which you should have. We'll get into that in a second. It will explain how to set those particular codes up for you. Now, if you're using a third-party software, which you should be for your autoresponder, such as Clickfunnels, GetResponse, MailChimp, etc., they'll have their own tags needed to make sure that your domain is compliant and be able to hit the inbox. So you have to go into those settings and make sure you pull those codes and just follow the instructions in the support article for those third-party senders, and you'll be all set. It's really, really simple. The instructions are pretty clear. You would go into your DNS, you create either a text code or a CNAME code, and just copy and paste, host, and then data. If you have any questions or issues with it, you can definitely reach out to myself or Mark when it comes to getting this stuff set up. We're in the the back ends of domains all the time and setting these codes up for our clients. So as complicated and as boring as it sounds, it's super important, because if your emails aren't delivered, your people aren't reading your stuff, they're not buying your products.
Yes, yes. And they aren't attending your events. They aren't attending your webinars. They aren't reading your content because they're not receiving those emails. And I received a pretty nasty gram from ClickFunnels today.
Yeah, you didn't set your stuff up.
It
Oh,
said that this is your final notice. This is your
unbelievable.
final notice for you to set your make your settings today, because after today you will not be able to send another email if you don't do the settings. But I've got some great news because I did it today, Brandon.
Good, good. Glad you did it. And
Yeah.
again, some clients you don't have to do it for. I just set somebody up with SendFox, which is a deal off AppSumo. So let me tell you, if you're looking to get an email marketing, AppSumo, SendFox, way to go. It's probably the least expensive third party client to do mass emails with, and small list, 5,000 people you can grow up to. I mean, it's like $50 one time, unlimited emails. Sorry, I'm plugging them a little bit. I don't have my code in there, but if you
Yeah,
want
but
it, I'll get it to you.
you know me, I'm all with ClickFunnels, and I know that in ClickFunnels there is the built-in email marketing settings in ClickFunnels 2.0, and I created a video that I'm going to walk you through those steps, and we're going to show it here. So stick around to see that video. Let it took me less than 2 minutes to get all of that set up, Brandon. That's how easy it was inside of ClickFunnels 2.0. I'm a, I'm a ClickFunnels 2.0 fan, definitely. You can keep it all housed in there. And
Okay.
I know someone else who is a purist with ClickFunnels too, and I love it because they're not only using the email marketing settings, but they're taking advantage of the calendar inside of ClickFunnels and the appointment setting.
I
That's
got that.
awesome. Yeah. And and with all the other marketing gurus out there encouraging you to start a community off outside of social media, we both know the biggest one lately, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. You're trying to
But
take everybody to school, right?
yeah, too cool for school.
Yeah.
I'm too cool for school. Yes. What else do you want to tell us about email marketing, Brandon?
I can tell you, it's the highest ROI type marketing that you could possibly have in your business. Usually, I've seen stats for anywhere to 38 to 42% return on investment for every dollar you put in to the platform. So whether you're hiring somebody out to write the emails for you, or you're kind of doing it yourself and just paying for the software, you send out one email to a couple thousand people. It's money in the bank. So if you're not emailing your people, you're missing out.
Oh, yes. You're not if you're relying solely on, I love the way that Russell Brunson starts the book Traffic Secrets. You know that those infamous first lines of the Traffic Secrets book, Brandon?
Yeah, there's a storm coming.
There's a storm coming.
There is a storm coming.
There is a storm coming, and that storm you may not, I think you're going along and you think, oh, I'll always have these social media platforms, and these social media platforms will be here for me, but that's not the case. Russell recently took down over 1,500 videos that he had on YouTube. Did you know that?
Yeah, he recently redid recently redid all of his channels because he's kind of switching gears a little bit with the direction he's going personally with the Secrets of Success deal and getting the content in line with that business. So yeah, he took down a bunch of, I wouldn't call them junk videos, but videos that just did not align with what he's doing, teaching, and moving forward.
Yeah, I think he's taking a step back and really starting to focus more on the entrepreneur. And I think he may have had a lot of videos. Oh my gosh, 1,500 videos. That's 3 times as many videos as I have on my channel. But 3 times, maybe 3 times. Yeah, 3 times as many videos as I have on my channel. But yeah, but I think it's still important for us to understand that we're living in the land of plenty right now. We're living in the land of plenty where social media is free, but social media is changing too constantly with the feeds. And speaking of change, let me ask if you've noticed this change on Facebook lately, Brandon. Ads on personal profiles.
Yeah, if you're in creator mode, yeah, you'll get that. You can do that.
But what I've seen lately is, okay, so typically before, let's say I wanted to look for someone specifically, right? So I'm going to say somebody's name out there, and maybe you're watching, or maybe your ears might be tingling, but I'm gonna name one of my my friends on my friends list, and I'm gonna do this randomly, right? I'm just gonna go here, and I'm gonna see. Oh my gosh, guess who's the first person that came up on my friends list? Brandon J. Garcia. Yeah. So I'm gonna skip over that one. So here it is. So if you're actually, let's say for instance, I went to my search bar up top and I searched for someone on my friends list. And guess who came up? Megan Taylor. Hey, Megan. Glad to see. But you know how, okay, let's say I wanted to check out Megan's profile, right? So I'm scrolling down and I'm looking to see what she's posted. Typically, you don't see ads as you're scrolling down. But I've noticed that now when you're scrolling down, it will show you ads on this person's profile, and it has a little comment next to it saying not affiliated with this person. Have you seen that?
I have not seen that in particular. No.
Yes, and that's the new change that I've noticed with Facebook. Let me see if I can actually get it to, let me see okay, there's someone. All right, I'm gonna put someone else, another one of my friends. I know they never post. Then they don't have a picture. Felicia Carter. Felicia Carter, well, I call her Carter. We were in the military together years and years ago. I'm just scrolling through to see if no, it's not on her profile. So it might be, like you said, that if you're in creator mode, that it puts these ads on that person's profile. That may be the case. That's interesting. But I just noticed that this was a new sort of ad, a way for Facebook to put ads in front of you. And I thought that was interesting. Makes me wonder, where aren't there ads now that there could possibly be ads in the future? Because I know, how Facebook is always trying to get those advertising dollars, if the more they can get from everyone that wants to get their message in front of you, and those different options to put the messages in front of you. I've also noticed ads in the Facebook marketplace.
Yeah, those are normal. I've
Yeah.
seen them there plenty of times. Facebook might be taking a page out of the Twitterverse or Xverse, whatever you want to call it now, because I know part of their monetization program, if you're verified on Twitter, is if you make a fancy enough tweet that gets enough likes, shares, and comments on it, ads will be shown in your comment section there, and that's how you can monetize your account. So Facebook could be doing the same thing. If you're in creator mode and you're posting enough and you're able to monetize your profile, they got to be able to pay you somehow. So if somebody's checking you out and scrolling, they're going to see an ad, and then therefore that's how you get paid. Because that's pretty much the only way to pay is with ad revenue. So, any case, it is what it is. I'm kind of used to it now. I mean, once Facebook sold their first ad, it all went to hell in a handbasket anyway. So, just got to live with it, deal with it, and that's it.
It's interesting to see where your ads could be shown, you know, and as you are in that Facebook ad manager, in that business manager, you can select where you want to have your ads shown in feed. And this was way back when, okay, looking at Facebook on a desktop, and you're looking at Facebook on a desktop, you've got this little area on the side, right? Where you'll see ads sometimes, and you can choose to show up there. There's a way to show up in Reels. Your ads can show up in Reels. If you've ever been scrolling through Reels, and you can make ads that show up there. And then there are just the regular, in the feed, as you're scrolling up and down the feed, that they show up there. And then there are, with Facebook, you can cross integrate your ads showing on Instagram. And then how many options are there? You can show up in the inbox. And now you can show up in the Facebook marketplace. And sometimes there are, when you're in the ad manager, you can choose auto. You can have Facebook choose where your ads show, or you can select specifically where you want your ads to show. But I thought that was interesting for changes, because a storm is coming.
Yeah, it's been coming. We're currently in the middle of it, and we'll probably always be in the middle of it, because as you know, we didn't light the fire, but it's gonna keep burning as the world's turning, right? So it's just best to stay on top of those changes and understand the tactics that are available to you to take advantage of. There are certain evergreen books out there to read. Traffic Secrets is one of them. And definitely subscribe to as many marketing newsletters as possible to stay on top of the news.
Yes. And let's get to my little quick tutorial.
There you go. Show them how it's done in ClickFunnels 2.0, and then rock and roll.
Yes, let's get this. Let's show this here real quick. Oh, why are you down there, Brandon?
I don't know. There you go.
Come back. All right. This is inside of the marketing settings inside of ClickFunnels 2.0. You can see here, I have a domain that I purchased through ClickFunnels 2.0. You can purchase domains straight from ClickFunnels. Did you know that?
Yeah, they go through a third party called Ionos, which is a decent host, and it makes it super simple since it's all integrated, or at least they got it set up to be integrated.
Yes. Oh man. And when you get the domain through Ionos, I think because it's automatically integrated inside of ClickFunnels 2.0, it just makes it so much easier. So let's go ahead and play this video for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, today we are going over the marketing settings inside of ClickFunnels 2.0 because of these important changes that have been happening with Google and Yahoo and your email sending. So this is an image of inside the ClickFunnels 2.0 editor, and I want to give you a quick tour and show you how easy it is to get all of these requirements set up. You can see here, this is an domain that I have purchased and I've connected it through the ClickFunnels 2.0. It's not ready for use at this time because we have the DKIM settings, but we're still pending the DMARC and the SPF settings. These are crucial steps that you must complete in order to be able to send your emails using ClickFunnels 2.0. Now, when you come to this page inside of ClickFunnels 2.0, you'll see this little button up here, what you need to do. Now, you can click that button and it will show you a quick tutorial video all about the new email sender requirements being enforced by Google and Yahoo starting February the 1st. So this is crucial that you take these steps now so that you have no interruption in your email marketing. And I'm going to show you just how quick, simple, and easy it is to get this set up on your own right here using ClickFunnels 2.0. You can watch this short video, check my email settings, or I don't use ClickFunnels to send emails, and that will still give you more information. But we're going to go here and I'm going to just show you. I'm going to get this set up. Okay, and then, all right, so here we go. You just hit this little icon right here that says set up the domain. Connect your domain to your website, secure, easy. You hit continue right here. Analyzing, detecting the DNS provider, getting your setup ready. This happens fairly quickly and fairly easily. And we give it a couple minutes and then you're going to get this here, the authorized with IO notes. All right, and then you're going to use my IO notes login. All right, let me enter this information. It was successfully connected. We're going to continue, and we're back. A new domain is now configured. Look how easy this is. Up to 20, 48 hours. We're going to hit done here. All right. We're going to give it a little bit of time. And then based on what is showing in the video, we should go here to verify. So let's click verify and see if it's actually ready now. I think I've just done this. So I've given this almost absolutely no time to get verified. So let's try it here. Let's go for it. And look at that. Just like that. It took less than 2 minutes to get this entire setup done. My domain is now set up, ready for use with the DKIM, the DMARC, and the SPF settings. That's awesome. Check for some links around this video. If you haven't gotten this set up, get on board with ClickFunnels 2.0 to see just how easy it is to go from not being ready to absolutely ready. Thanks so much for tuning in on this video. See you soon. Bye. Whoa, how amazing was that video, right, Brandon?
Super easy. Super easy.
See, you said that it was going to show all these complicated settings, but it didn't. Yeah.
Depends on where you got in there. If you went into the settings portion of your domain, yes, it would have shown it. Yeah. They fixed the editor so that you can kind of just do it there from kind of the outside looking at your domain, which is really nice and easy and convenient. Because I don't know how many people. It was mind numbing the number of people in the ClickFunnels group, when they made this announcement, dude was like, how do I do it? I can't connect. And emails won't send. I'm getting in the spam and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, it's not hard.
But that's interesting because that's how it always happens pretty much, right? But
Yep.
at least ClickFunnels listens to the feedback.
Yep. Yep. They listened to it and they fixed it fairly quickly as compared to, other bugs that were in the system when it, was first launched in the beta deal. So it's getting better and better every day. Still not perfect. Some things that I'm fighting with in there.
Yeah.
And my client wants to throw her computer out the window about every other day, but she's also using a very old piece of hardware with older software that may just not be that compatible with the browser requirements and things like that. So we're working on that. Yeah,
I
making it
mean,
work.
yeah, I mean, you got the course area that's coming out. You got the course area that's coming in there.
Yep.
Um,
I'm
that's
working on a course.
I love it in there. Just building out the different courses and the options. And I'm the the calendar portion, and what I'm going to start. Well, what I've been working on too, I've been working on it along with the new membership area, is that community.
Yeah, the circle community. If that's what
Yeah,
it's tied to, I think that's what it's tied to.
it is.
It's nice. In fact, I bought a deal of ChatGPT prompts that Perry Belcher was promoting, um, and it wasn't Perry's deal. But when I bought it and then got access to that circle, what's nice is when you're in the circle app and that ecosystem, you got access to all the groups that you're in. Obviously, being in the ClickFunnels group, I'm in one other one. I don't know what it is or what I signed up for it. Hopefully, I'm not
So
getting charged for it.
you get to see all the circle groups that you're a part of.
Yep, you can see all the circle groups you are a part of, which is really nice.
That is nice. So it's not like you're because I always think that starting your own community and bringing people from where they're already spending time to somewhere else,
Yeah,
I've always thought that's a tough thing to do.
it can be, and that's I guess the battle that's kind of going on right now with Facebook groups, which have turned into a cesspool of I don't even know what to call it really, but it's a mess. Depending on the type of group you're in, if it's been let go and the admins aren't doing anything with it, you get these people in there that are posting up pornography and all other kinds of stuff. It's a mess. So getting
Yeah.
people out of that environment and then into a cleaner community that can be better managed and maintained, and putting a paywall behind it is a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting because you talk about Facebook groups becoming just this desert, this desert land. I've seen so many groups that were once just active and like just grow fast, or we'll say they grew fast, but now they're like complete wastelands. It's like no interaction, nothing in there for like years. And I am like, wow, it's just amazing how many people, how many groups come and gone. Now, my group, on the other hand, is one of those stable, uh, just people can't live without my group. They can't live without it. It's like on their to-do list when they wake up in the morning. Check funnel building 101. What is going on today? What's the new tips that we're going to get? And it's amazing how even after all this time, I'm still able to come up with new creative and innovative things coming out to help all you out there building those funnels. Yeah, It's just, and it's always a blast. And I told you, Brandon, it's my biggest lead magnet. It's my biggest lead magnet. It's that lead magnet that just constantly, it's out there constantly getting requests to join, people giving me their email address. That is a constant drip. 5 here, 10 there, 15 there, 15, and this keeps adding up and adding up. And it's been a good source for just growing that email list for sure, for sure.
Good. Yeah, I mean, they can work. I mean, they're still viable, but I would probably say, I don't know, 70-80% of them are hot garbage, hot messes.
Not cold garbage,
No.
hot.
hot garbage. Hot garbage.
Cool. Well, if you're watching, wherever you're watching from, make sure to give us that hashtag where you're watching from. Did anybody reach out to you for any copies? I think of what did we have? We had some copies of, yeah, we still have some copies of 10X.
Yep.
And
We got a whole box here. No one DM'd me. No one left a comment on my videos about it. I guess. No,
I think they left comments, but you haven't checked.
No, they haven't. Not, at least not on your videos, but not on mine. They gotta leave it on mine. So that's the only way they win.
Okay, look, see, I look at it right now, and just as we've been speaking on this, I got 3 new requests to join the group. Okay, look, I'm gonna put it out there. Yeah, three new requests, and two emails, 3 requests. So yeah. And I'll just give you a little bit of insight on how I bring people into the group. I ask them a couple of questions. I give them a one-time offer, which is a bonus with funnels. They're only available to members, and to get free member access into your best email address below. They enter their email, and then it says, "How did you hear about this group?" So here's the answers that I got. I have a friend in the group who says it's wonderful. Whoa! I'm telling you. And there's another one, no response. And how did you hear about this group? Facebook made me do it. And but I think what's key is I also ask, what's the number one thing you'd like to get out of this group? And it's mostly common, and that's learning. And that's what this person said. And the other person said, what's the number one thing you'd like to get out of this group? Everything.
Everything. Yep. Get as much as you can out of it.
Everything. So we're coming at right at the cusp of about 40 minutes. We've got to make a decision, Brandon.
I'm out.
Huh?
I'm out. That's my decision.
We gotta make a decision. I had an idea. We've got that audiobook, EPT, Entrepreneurial Personality Type. I think I sent you the link for it. It's a free download. It's an ebook, but you can listen to it. You can throw it in and have it played out audio type. We got that book. I was also looking. I remember I got an audio book from Grant Cardone. I don't have the book that you got. I think that was the Wealth Creation book or something like that.
Yep.
But I do have the $1 Million booklet.
Millionaire booklet?
Millionaire booklet. Yeah. I think that's a real quick read. It was like an hour audio book. No, you know what? I think it's like an hour or so audio book, but really quick read.
I've probably read it, I don't know, 3 dozen times already.
3 dozen times?
Yeah.
3, that would be 36, Brandon.
Yes. I mean, I've had it
What's up?
for,
Hey,
I've
thanks
had
for
it
watching
for,
out there live. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for hopping in. Hey, if you missed this video, if you missed any part of this video, make sure to go back, rewind it as I demonstrated how to set up your the three most important elements inside of your email. And this goes for any email provider that you have, right? It's going to be those same settings, but it just so happens that ClickFunnels makes it super easy. You don't even have to know what SPF, DMARC, and DKIM is to get it set up in ClickFunnels.
nope.
You just need to know how to press a couple of buttons and everything happens for you in the background. And you can watch this video, rewind it, and you can see that I did it in less than 2 minutes right before we came on today, because Brandon said, don't do that live.
Yeah, don't do it live. Yeah, and about that. So when it comes to those three tags, one thing I didn't mention in the beginning of the video, and you're getting this now. So if you stuck this long, you're getting some extra, information here. But you only need one SPF record, and you only need one DMARC record. But you'll need a DKIM for every piece of software that you're using to send emails out from. So if you're using ClickFunnels, you have ClickFunnels one. If you're combining that with your CRM, let's say you use HubSpot as well, or you're using a GetResponse, you'll need a separate one for them as well. And then obviously you need one for your main email service provider. So if you're using a Outlook or Google, they usually set that stuff up for you anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. But you'll have to have your own DKIM there. So you should not have more than one SPF. You should not have more than one DMARC, because if you do, it kind of makes things funky from what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'll end up in the spam.
Yep. Spammer promotions, and it's been a minute too. Like I said, I'm working with this health and wellness fitness coach, and that was one of the things that was causing her frustrations, because her domain was new and she's trying to extend it out to 5,000 people at once, and every single one of them was going to the spam deal. So I had to slow her down a little bit, make sure she had the appropriate tags on there, get her deal warmed up. And now when I send an email newsletter out, at least to myself with my non-business domains, they're going right to the inbox. So that's a testament to ClickFunnels too, cleaning up their servers and making sure that they're compliant on their end to make sure that nothing goes into spam. Because again, that was one of the complaints a couple months back, was that people were sending out all of these emails and they were going to spam. Well, there's no reasons for that. It does have to do with the client and the cleanliness of their servers, and the people sending out messages. So as they say, one bad apple can ruin the entire bushel, and that can happen pretty much with any third-party autoresponder. So unless you know all the tech and can build your own email server in your own house, that's the risk you take in signing up for any third-party autoresponder. But
Yeah. And I think that you go out there and you ask the interwebs questions, and there are a lot of people that will respond, and I'll probably say that 80% don't know what the heck they are talking about. I see so many responses to questions that look like Chat GPT answers.
I've done
You
that.
know, huh?
I've done it, or Grammarly. I have Grammarly hooked up to um, my phone and keyboard and all that kind of stuff. And I hit the little magic button and say, make a response to this post. I copy that in there and I put it. It's fun. It's fun to troll, but no, I get where you're saying.
It's like I look at these answers sometimes to these questions, and they totally miss the point of the question that the person was asking. And
Mhm.
it's like it must be frustrating for the person and asking the question, because you get these answers and it's like, but then you get answers that are like wrong information too.
Mhm.
It's like, it's like wrong information. It's just from people that might be hating, or they'll say something about what's possible inside the software, and you'll look and you'll say, that's not, you can do that. That's not, and they'll say things like, oh, you know what? You need to just get away from ClickFunnels because all of their domains are going to be marked as spam. And
Mm-hmm.
that's not true.
Nope.
It's not true. It's more than likely it's user error.
More than likely, like I said, but it does come down to the platform, making sure their servers are clean. So, um, and if it's a new server, it's going to need seasoned. And if it's a new email address, if it's a new domain, it's going to need seasoned. So you just got to give it time for it to gain that know, like, and trust. And that's what these codes are for. They help expedite that process, and then you will be able to hit the inbox. But going back to the old chat GPT for the comment deal, there's this guy in the ClickFunnels group that did a bromance post, one of those long copy posts on how he figured out the magic bullet and
The magic bullet for what?
the magic bullet for marketing. And he threw up some clickbait photo on there, and I TLDR'd it and got a lot of activity on that comment. And then I was very disappointed that they took down that post. It's kind of sad.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, I guess that everybody was dogpiling on him, man. It was kind of funny. If you're in the ClickFunnels group deal, all those bromance posts on, selling without really selling type deal that are just, it just keeps scrolling. But I had to TLDR it just to make troll it, just to troll it.
Do you realize that ClickFunnels group is now almost 600,000 strong?
Yeah, but I know 600,000 people aren't using the software.
No, they're not. They're definitely not 600,000. It's like a lot of trolls in there, a lot of just people that are, yeah. But still, I think that's still it's probably one of the largest groups that I'm a member of. And just think about when you are in that group, how much exposure you're getting to like thousands of people.
Yeah. Me personally, though, I can't seem to get a post approved in there. So, I just tend to make comments and troll. So,
yeah, that's true. They are selective. They are selective. It's like, how are you letting this post get through? It's like,
yeah.
Is it pay to play? How much do I have to pay here, or what?
I got to win a 2 Comma Club award, I guess, or I need to write one of them novel bromance posts for it to get through. But anyway.
Oh, that would be interesting. Copy and paste, change a couple words and see if yours gets approved, right?
Yeah. No, it's fun in there. You do learn a lot, and they do have some value information, especially when they go live and things like that. But
yeah, I definitely still think it's a valuable place for making connections too.
Yeah,
it's a real great place for making connections.
That's how I got my coaching client.
Yeah. Whether people just see you post in there and they come around to see you, or that's why I try to, when I can, definitely, I try to, there's certain posts that get a lot of traction. I want my name to be on those posts, the ones that you see a lot of people commenting, and I say, oh, you know what? I need to throw my comment in there because it's getting a lot of traction, and it's getting and the algorithm is shooting it out there to more people, and more people are coming in and they're looking up and down on those comments. So that's a little bit of what I do. I want to get in on it. I'm like, okay, let me add my 2 cents to that. Not trolling, of course, and not saying something like that guy said to you the other day about how much of
that I'm a scammer. Somebody must have peed. I probably shouldn't cuss. Somebody must have peed in his Cheerios that morning. because I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Because how can you not laugh at a Chuck Norris joke, right? I mean,
It,
you can't.
yeah, it was making light of it. It was it was like it was making light of Chuck Norris and going over to the border, right?
Yeah,
It,
send Walker Texas Ranger down there. He'll clean up the mess with one swift kick. That's it. All right. I feel bad for everybody that's down there in this situation. It's not a great look for our country. It's not a great deal for the people that are trying to, better themselves and live the American dream, whatever's left of it. But there's a fine line down there too. People are problems. I
but
hate to say it, and if they're not done
yeah,
orderly, if it's not done orderly, we're gonna have problems. So yeah,
yeah.
that's my only take on it.
But then the guy went after you, calling you pretty stupid or something. Right?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. He ended up blocking me or whatever, and I tried to find out who he was through my other accounts, but he's pretty private for what it is. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I'm not that sensitive. I blinked twice and I moved on. Whatever. People are
Yeah.
dumb, and that's the risk you take with publishing public stuff, and as a creator, just trying to one, be funny, and two, find your own voice. Am I going to continue to post stupid stuff like that?
Yep.
Absolutely. Am I going to
Yep.
continue to also post other wins that I may have, like I did recently? Absolutely. And I would say I had a huge win with the client that I've had coming up a year now. 38, 35.5% increase in Google business calls and 250 keywords ranked in the top 10. And yeah, it's a great stat to post. And it's those stupid funny posts that make the boring posts um, bounce up there too, because the way the algorithm apparently works is, if you get traction on one and somebody likes that or whatever, they're more likely to see another your next post. So I did the dumb one to do a boring one, and quite frankly, the boring one took off more than the funny one, because people were congratulating me on that stat. In fact, I even got people that I've been following for years now follow me back, and they're other marketers. So if that,
Oh, it looks like that clout.
yeah,
That's
it's coming
you.
back up. So
It's like you're rising up the Google rankings.
yep, I'm rising up the rankings that my systems and processes work. I do what I can on whatever budget that is given to me, and a lot of times I end up over delivering and taking a loss on the deal just so I can help somebody out, because I know the more I can help out, the more I'll get back in return from the universe. So
Awesome, awesome.
yeah.
And I got some news that I will be featured inside of the big project called the Funnel Book. Have you
The
seen it?
funnel book? No, I have not.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Funnel Book. Uh,
Who's writing that?
uh, Danny Walsh.
Okay, I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's a ClickFunnels ambassador inside of
Mhm.
the main ClickFunnels group, and he's also involved in the affiliate program for the
Yep.
Secrets of Success with Justin Benton.
Hmm.
Those two are more of the affiliate managers for Secrets of Success. If you know, in the ClickFunnels affiliate 2.0 affiliate group, it's our friend Turner Leslie, and I met the other. He's a tall guy, man.
Hmm.
He's tall in person, right? Tyler Wicks. Yeah.
Yep. And speaking of those two programs, I got my two favorite emails in today. ClickFunnels sent me a payment, and Secrets of Success sent me a payment. So that's a win. A couple $100 there, a little drip. Can't
Yep.
can't complain about that at all.
It's nice having those drips come in month after month. I mean, think about an extra $100, $200 just coming in. Boom. Oh, there it is. Ah, cool. Yeah.
It's very nice, very nice.
Nice, nice, nice. Yes. All right. We are at the end of the show, we're going to decide on what we are going to read, Brandon. We got to
Really?
decide. I
All right,
would, you
we'll do
know,
we'll do the millionaire booklet. I'll read it 37 times this year.
millionaire booklet. Okay, okay. But then
We'll
we've got to get another book. I got a couple. I got all my books here with me now. So I'm in a different room trying to help with the acoustics a little bit. But I'm still don't have any furniture. So if I'm out there, it's going to be big time echo. But I did bring all my books here. So I'm ready to get into another book.
You know who we need to. You know who we need to decide. We need Laura to decide, but she's not here.
Yeah, I'm ready. Shoot, I would be okay with getting into Alex Hormozzi's new book, 100 Million Leads, because I think I've just listened to it, but I want to get into it just like we got into Ultimate Sales Machine, like we get into those books, like we got into 10x is easier than 2x, and we start to, I love it because I'm learning these new things, and these little ideas, these little nuggets, these little pieces of information are sticking with me. They're sticking with me, and I'm using them. I'm saying, okay, boom, I just threw down with a crazy goal this past week. I did. I put a crazy goal in front of me, and I said, you know what? Well, okay, here's the crazy goal. So I haven't really been working out a whole lot, and I'm typically a runner, right? So I've run 5Ks and I run avidly, but I haven't. And it's been over a year since I've really run any distance. But this week I committed to running a 5K in about 3 weeks.
Good for you. I tried the couch to 5K one time, and I guess I didn't have the right pair of shoes because I got the worst shin splits ever, and I was like, yeah, I'm done running. And the shoes were too big, and they were about a half size too big, and it kind of ruined my gait, everything like that. But so I applaud the runners. I would rather get on a bike and go, which I have done. I think the longest bike ride that I did was about 65 miles for Pelotonia. I signed up for the 100, but they ended up like cutting it down for COVID or whatever. And yeah.
How do you deal with sitting on a seat for that long?
It is brutal. And I've never been on a course before that was literally uphill both ways. So yeah, it was crazy, but I did it. So that's a plus. But there were people that I was riding with for the company that I was riding for. They did pretty much 300 miles that whole weekend. Like they did 100 miles like on Friday, Saturday, which I think the day I ran, or maybe it was Sunday. I think it was Sunday because I had a day off. But they did 100 miles Saturday and then Sunday. So they did like 200 miles or something like that the weekend. I'm like, you are crazy. And I didn't even have that fast of a bike either. I think the fastest I was going was like maybe 15 and a half miles an hour because I had a bike, but it wasn't like the traditional road bike. It was kind of
like the real lightweight ones that you can lift up with 2 fingers.
It's light. It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid bike, so it can go kind of semi off road, and then on road as well. So it's kind of like a gravel cross bike or whatever you want to call it. So reason I got it is because a lot of the trails that I ride on around here are crushed gravel, and they're not asphalt. So I don't want to ride one of them skinny wheel bikes on crushed gravel and end up blowing tires and all that kind of stuff. So I got a little bit beefier bike and frame. So the downfall is speed, but whatever.
Okay, got it. Did my voice change?
No,
it didn't. Okay, I changed microphones, and that's it. it's time for us to bid adieu. We're way past due, Brandon. I've got to get some dinner.
All right, go get some dinner. I got to go to bed.
Thank you all for tuning in for another episode of Pitch Practice, the show.
So,
We'll see you next week.
see you next week. Adios.
All right.